Cinematic. I'm Brit. Today we're reviewing Hugo, which is a drama which for some reason was shot in 3D. Budget of 170 million, a really bad drama. I realised halfway through...
I don't think the budget matters.
It does matter.
No,
it's
it does not.
170 million.
You should not care about that.
I care about it a lot.
You shouldn't even know about it. That's a huge
film.
problem. The ticket price is no higher. It's like Jim Cameron said this, and he is right. He said, don't care. The audience should never care about the budget because the ticket price is the same. You're getting more for your money.
So I see
I'm glad it was 170
I saw a little
million.
film for 3 million, The Kid with the Bike. It was brilliant.
So what?
It was brilliant.
You don't
this
criticize
is 170 million. It was boring.
Well, that may be,
it makes a huge amount of difference.
But that has no bearing on the quality.
If someone looks fantastic and they've spent like $50 on their dress and they look like $1 million, and then you have someone who's spent $1 million.
Yeah, but
it's commendable. Exactly. So it's commendable if you make a $3 million.
Okay, Blair Witch Project is a very cheap film, so why does it get... Yeah, because they did something innovative. But,
that's right.
But it doesn't mean you disqualify or demerit an expensive film.
But why would you spend $170 million?
I wouldn't have done it, but I don't have a I don't think that makes the film worse. I don't think that made the film worse.
I had to wear glasses to watch the film. That was really irritating. I would rather watch...
I didn't like where I saw it because I saw it at the Grove, and it's the Pacific theaters have active... Their theaters use active shutter technology, so the glasses are heavy. They're heavy. No, they wear on you. This film was too long. I agree. It was boring and it was too long.
Right.
The 3D, though, I agree with because I think Scorsese is trying to make a... He's commenting on... It's a little lesson in film history itself in the start of French cinema with Georges Méliès as a character in the film.
He's now a grandfather and he couldn't take his children to see things like The Departed, so now he's made a film so he can take his grandchildren there. That's about it.
What's wrong with that? They all do that. The stars all do that. They say they wanted to finally make a film for their kids could actually watch. That doesn't make it a bad movie.
Well, make a good one.
Well,
so everybody else has to watch it.
I liked aspects of the film. I thought Ben Kingsley was great. The 3D was warranted, I thought, because because I thought it was a lesson in the beginnings of cinema history in France. Georges Méliès.
That's why people go to the movies
Trip to the Moon.
A lesson in
film
other words,
history? Scorsese is using today's state-of-the-art technology in telling a tale about the beginnings of film itself. I thought 3D was perfect choice for this film. And by the way, Ralph Richardson once again shot a great film. It's a beautiful piece of artistry.
Pardon me for being, fashioned, but I think a story is more important than all this technology.
Always.
Well, that story didn't
We all
work.
know that. We all know that.
I mean, it started off. It was about this little boy, and he was going to.
It kind of meandered. It meandered.
And then it became about couples. And then
it was all over the place. I agree.
It was all over the place.
But it had a nice, fantastic feel to it.
Well, not if you don't know where you are. If you think you're in the UK and then you realise, oh, the Seine isn't in the UK, we must be in France.
It's in Paris. The film is set in Paris.
I know that now, but it didn't feel like
I agree. I didn't understand
British.
why they didn't speak French and they had British accents. I didn't.
At least
I didn't
the
get
accent.
that either.
Yeah.
I didn't get that either.
I thought it felt very British.
I didn't get that myself.
Okay,
so I agree with you
I don't know how you enjoyed it.
I didn't. I thought it was too long and kind of boring.
Very long.
But I did
You like the 3D?
I like the 3D. That's never enough to make a movie, but I'm just saying I do think the 3D was warranted here. It's not like it wasn't
How do you think
warranted.
it added to the film? Do you think watching this little boy, the snow came out of the screen?
Oh, I love that kind of thing.
The snow comes out of the screen.
It brought me back to my own childhood.
What,
the Cracker Jack.
You watched 3D when you were a kid?
Yes, I used to. You know those Cracker Jack surprises?
Out when you were a kid.
Oh, yes, it was.
How old are you?
I'm not going to say in this show. But,
oh, right. But when you were a kid, there was no 3D.
No. I saw, don't forget, 3D started in the 50s. Actually, 3D has been around as long as photography has. People don't realize
I think there was one film in the 70s.
No, in the 50s, 3D was huge. What are you talking about? It wasn't advanced like it is now.
When they were doing black and white films?
No. Dear, there were colors.
3D black and white.
I hate to tell you this, give you a lesson in film history, but
color
was alive and well in the 50s.
I can't
believe
remember.
Me. Well, you're not old enough. We know that. But listen, all I'm saying is this.
What?
3D
Say it quickly,
started
if you
big
can.
as a trend in the
Well,
50s.
it needs to stop.
Then the second
It needs
wave.
to stop.
No, I don't agree with
Life
that.
is 3D. This
I
is
don't
3D.
agree with that.
I want to watch
I'm
3D
an advocate
on a
of 3D
screen.
myself.
Maybe
I am an
animation.
advocate.
Maybe animation.
I don't want
but
it
not
in every
anything
film.
else.
Yeah, it's very good for animation because
Animation.
animation is easy to do
But
3D
life
and
is
it's
3D.
bright.
Let's have life in 3D. And for a change, we'll have 2D when we go to the movies.
What has art generally always tried to do across all
Imitate
forms?
life.
Yes, the closer to reality, the better. So 3D,
Well-
if it's in life, why wouldn't they try to simulate that in
Well,
the cinema?
first of all, I had to wear glasses.
I agree. Once the glasses go, it's here to stay.
Well, when do they ever get that technology
Oh, that's
right?
pretty
then we'll
hard to
that.
do. It's hard to do on a
Okay.
big screen with parallax,
So-
different parallaxes all over the
Don't do
auditorium.
that.
Well, we're in
would
3D
say,
right now.
I would not watch this. I wouldn't pay.
It's
to go
good
to
for
the-
kids.
I wouldn't pay for the gas to get to the cinema. I wouldn't pay for the parking. I wouldn't pay for the ticket. I wouldn't pay for the DVD. I wouldn't pay for a 99-cent
Nobody's
download.
buying DVDs now anyway.
And I don't think I would even have a free download.
Oh,
It's too
well, that's
boring.
That is radical.
That's all I've got
I
to
don't
say
feel
about
the
that
same.
film.
I cannot recommend the film fully, but by the way, I want to state my case, rebuttal to hers. I never, ever base recommendation on a movie, whether it's for me or somebody else, on the cost of the ticket or the drive there, or what have you, going out of my way. For me,
Well,
it's
I
the
think-
time expenditure. I just don't want to waste 2 hours.
Well, if
on
people are
something
going
that's-
there with a family, it's huge.
You're right.
Do I take my
You're right.
wife and 2 children? It's going to
Yeah.
cost me over $100.
Especially
I
with
think they need to
3D,
know.
with the upcharge for
Yeah,
3D.
so it's
You're
going to
right.
cost over $100.
You're right. But I think the
you should
3D
pay
here
that.
is warranted.
I think if you've got
The-
children, then a DVD rental, not buy, rent, Netflix.
Well, everybody's wisened up
Yes.
to buying DVDs
Do not
after
spend
Hollywood.
any more money.
After Hollywood shoved it down our throats for each film about 3 different times in different packaging, marketing. They've milked that.
What
They
are you
milked
talking
that.
about?
DVDs. Nobody's buying them anymore. That's the whole thing.
Right, you're off message.
All
Okay,
right. Well,
I think we've said
look.
all we've got to
I'm
say
gonna
about Hugo.
say
Thank
that
you.
I like the 3D. It's a noble failure. The film is a noble failure. Thank you, Marty. Thank you. I'm glad you did it, but I just found it too long and a little boring,
Too boring.
myself.
Yeah.
I don't get the British accents either. Okay.
No, not when you're supposed to be French.
Well,
It's killer.
it's kind of like Sean Connery in Hunt for Red October. He had a Scottish accent, yet he's playing a Russian Soviet. He's playing
Probably because he is Scottish.
I know, but he didn't even attempt to. Anyway,
That's
that's
the
off
director.
message. That's off.
Okay, that's
message.
off message for sure.
All
Thank you
right,
very much.
All right.
Thank you for listening.
You are good. You are good.
Cat.